Hi everybody, welcome back to Keep Wisdom to Raw. My name is Ruth and I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot Reader. And this is another conscious meditation video that I'm doing for you guys today. This evening, tonight. Conscious meditation, just as a quick reminder, is an active meditation, a form of active meditation. And by doing these videos, I'm really trying to demonstrate to you guys how you can use this form of meditation. And it really is, in a nutshell, talking to yourself, and it's really like exploring questions or ideas in order to try to find out your perspective, your motivations, what drives your actions, etc. And this is the question that I want to focus on today. And it's not really I suppose it is a question. And the question is, what do I desire? Now, the word desire, as you can see there, is underlined. And I've underlined it because I think that we, first of all, have a sort of a difficult relationship with that word desire. In a way, we sort of tell ourselves and think, or society tells us, or whatever, wherever those ideas come from, that to desire something is maybe a form of weakness, or it's maybe something that is sinful almost, in a way. But those of you that watched last week's meditation, which was what if I'm not good enough, and we looked at this question, and really I was looking at this question because I identified that this was a hidden anxiety. This was something that actually motivated my actions, and I was not aware of it ever until 10 days ago. And so the meditation that I did, and you can obviously watch that, we sort of explored this question and looked at sort of where this idea came from, like where this thought and idea came from. And in the course of sort of, after completing that last meditation, I really felt completely different. It was such an amazing feeling. And that's the most amazing thing about meditation. Even this type where you're talking to yourself. You learn so much and you understand so much about your life and what you do and why you do the things you do and the experiences that you have, and it was just such an amazing thing. So I've had an amazing 7 days, an amazing week, realizing that this is no longer a motivation for me, like recognizing that this used to be something that secretly, without my knowledge, motivated my actions in every area of life, jobs, relationships, friendships, the things that I was going towards, the things that I was trying to get in my life, the way that I was trying to better myself, etc. It was all about, secretly, not unbeknownst to myself until, as I said last week, it was all really about being acknowledged, like someone choosing me and saying, yeah, you're special, you're good enough, you're worthy. And then that was something that, in a way, made me feel better, but I didn't know, it wasn't a conscious thing. So then now, if you take away that motivation, so obviously I realised, oh my God, like I'm free from that, I'm free from thinking that way, I'm free from having that, this desire to sort of want to be accepted or want, whatever, I don't even know, it's not about wanting to be accepted, it was about not feeling worthy by myself and needing somebody else or something else or someone else to tell me and to choose me, and then that would make me feel like, all right, okay, so I am good, I am worthy, I am special, whatever. So if you take away that motivation, hidden or not, for me it was hidden, but if you take that away, then the question becomes, then what now motivates my actions? And this is where I came onto this question, what do I desire? And the reason I came onto this question specifically, and that word desire, is I was doing some reading last week. I read an awful lot and learn an awful lot, as you probably know. I like to understand where these ideas come from. Like, let's get to the root of why the number 6 means beauty or whatever. Like I have to try to understand something. So in the course of, that's how my brain works. I just like to, I'll start somewhere and I'll just end up somewhere else completely different 5-6 hours later, having spent the whole day reading or researching or meditating. And I read something in a book, it which is downstairs actually, so I can't show you. It's on my Instagram though. And I read something, and I'll find the quote, and I will share it. And it was saying how, you know, there's different phases there's different sort of, in the universe, if you will, as a whole, there are different, I suppose, entities or energies, if you will, and that those entities and energies all have different sort of goals, if you will. So if you are an angel, for example, then angels are here to fulfill one role, if you will. And I won't go into that, but humans and this plane and this life and this world that we're on is the plane of desire. So we are literally here. We are literally, every single person is born and on this planet in this lifetime to fulfill desires. And it's interesting when you think, and that's something that comes from the Kabbalah and the Kabbalistic tradition, not cannibalistic, Kabbalistic. So that means, basically, in a really brief nutshell, what that is mystic Judaism. And what mystic means is not like mystic, like mysterious. It's mystic as in understanding the mysteries of. So trying to uncover the mysteries of something. So that's why on the Tree of Life, for example, they're the people, that's the group and the sort of mindset and the perspective, the Kabbalah came up with the Tree of Life, and mystic Judaism came up with this Tree of Life that we all see and know and love and understand. I'll show that picture, it's downstairs. And so what they would do is they would meditate, which is the same practice that I do, obviously, on, okay, well, what is this number, and how does it feel, and what do we see in meditation, and what does it conjure, and what links in nature to it, and etc, etc. So it's a huge tome, I suppose, of practice that they use. And this again is, we have links there to the Tibetan Book of the Dead, which is again about the different planes of life and about meditation, and also obviously astrology, numerology, and tarot, the Book of Thoth. All these things are all linked, all very nicely, all these ideas. And anyway, ultimately, we're all here for this one thing, desire. So I think then, I thought then, okay, so if then the whole point and the whole purpose of me and you and every single person on this planet being here to desire, to experience desire, to experience what it feels like to desire something or someone, and for that desire to motivate us, what is it then that I desire? Like, what do I want? And it's such a, I think I said at the end of that last video, the last conscious meditation, I said, you know, maybe next time I'll talk about the whole marriage thing, because, you know, that's something that I've been thinking of recently, and it is. And what I meant by that was that, for example, marriage, for example, is something that I'd seen something on a TV program. Anyway, so marriage, for example, or relationships, for example, or love, for example, is something that you just sort of want. You know, you're just like, oh, well, yeah, you know, I can't remember like living my life and then one day waking up and saying, oh, I know that when I get older I want to get married. It's just kind of like what you expect. And do you know what I mean? It's just kind of, it's just there in your life. You're going to get married, you're going to have children, you're going to do all these things. And it's like, where does that desire actually come from? So when I actually asked myself that question, I didn't know. And I understood that because I couldn't answer that question, do I want marriage? Do I want a partner? Do I want children? Do I want these things? Why do I want these things? And I still could not answer the question as to why I wanted those things. And so the question then became, okay, so then what do I desire? What do I want? Why am I here? Like, living my life? Like, what gets me out of bed in the morning? What because I work for myself, so no one, you know, I don't have a boss who rings me up and says, right, Ruth, get up today and you know, sit here and do 12 hours of work. No one tells me what to do. I decide every single minute of every single day what I do with my life and what I do with my time. So why do I do this? Like, why do I not just, you know, go back to teaching in English in school and just like, why? So now I know right now you're expecting me to tell you what I desire, and I do know the answer. I feel like this has been a question that's just been on my mind this week in a really lovely, beautiful way. And I really think that this is a question that I'm going to start sort of everything from now on going forward in my life. This is a question that I'm going to ask. You know, if I'm going to start to create a piece of work or create a video or whatever it is, you know, go on a date with somebody, my question is always going to be, what do I desire? And my answer is always going to be as honest as I can be at that time, like as honest as I can be. So ultimately, if I think about, you know, work and Key Wisdom Tarot and what I'm doing, I suppose, I understand that my desire is to in a nutshell, I want people to understand and recognise and see and use and benefit from the wisdom that is mindfulness, meditation, Reiki, tarot, and all the other things related to it, astrology, numerology, etc. Because I think that, like, what is so frustrating is that, like, I've just got back from London. I was in London again. I'm trying to have a balanced life. I'm exhausted, but I was in London, had a great time celebrating my fabulous Dee's birthday, and we were talking about, you know, use a group of girls together. So Dee's married, and you know, some of the girls, it's just a normal group of friends. So some girls are married, some girls are not, whatever. Some are dating, and we were obviously, inevitably, I've not seen them for a few months. So, right, Ruth, you know, what's going on? And I said, you know, do you, you know, and I said to him, I said, well, actually, now that I know, now this doesn't exist, this idea, this thought does not exist in my mind that was hidden from me. It's a case of, what do I desire when it comes to a relationship? Well, I'm like, first of all, 100%, if I think about what I desire, it does not include a relationship. It definitely includes. I'm gonna say this now, because you know that I just share it. And I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people. I'm gonna tell you about me. I don't know about all these people. I'm gonna tell you about me. Yeah, who I am. Who is trying to understand what I'm experiencing, and I've always been that way in my life. I want to understand. I want to know. It has to make sense to me. And as I said in my last video, if I don't know something and there's a gap in my knowledge, then I have to fill that gap. Like, I can't just sit there not knowing. Like, how the heck? I don't know how people do that. I can't do that. I cannot do that. So for me, I need to know. So I'm going to say this to you now, and this is the truth as it is, yeah? I know for a fact that what I desire in my life right now, in this moment, does not include somebody that as in, i.e. a partner, that takes up my time and my attention away from trying to understand this and from trying to build my business. And the only reason I want to build my business is because, as I said, I want people to benefit from all the wisdom that mindfulness, meditation, Reiki and tarot can offer, that is real, that works and that helps. I know this is what I'm saying. It's like so funny, because I know where I was. I know how I felt. I know what I lived with, what my head was like. I know because I had PTSD for 10 years. I know because I had anxiety. I know because I experienced those things, and I know that the thing that helped me after suffering for years and years and years, the thing that helped me was meditation. That's what helped. The thing that helped me was Reiki. The thing that continues to help me is tarot. These things continually help me every single day. And I'm like, and people just like, are so dismissive. They're so dismissive. And they're dismissive because of their own desires and because of their own hidden anxieties. Not because this is rubbish and doesn't work. They're dismissive because of what they're facing. And I'm like, listen, yeah, but if you actually realise that there's a way to help you through that, then why would you not take that? But yeah, that's a whole other question for a whole of the video and a whole the evening. It's the first today. I'm recording this at like in the AM in the morning. It's like 12 o'clock, midnight. And I was like, I'm not going to record this because I need to go to bed, but I do this anyway. So I thought I might as well record just with the light off usually. But I usually sit here every night and do this. So anyway, I thought I'd do it. But anyway, I'm digressing. But this is what I do, it's like, so I know fully that I don't want someone who's going to take my time and my attention away from me. Ultimately, I don't want to, like, my phone as my friend. This is why I've got over 300 emails now. I don't even know. It's going up and up. And I don't know, 25 missed calls. And I don't know, I don't know, because, I don't know, hundreds. I just don't, because even my friends and family, they know me though. They'd be like, we know, she'll respond when she responds. That's just how I am. And it's not because I don't care about them, but it's because, again, it's that is too important to me. It's so important for me to understand why I'm doing something. Even, why am I replying to this text message? Why am I agreeing to, even if it's to my mum or to my family? Like, I don't want to do anything out of obligation. I don't want to do anything out of obligation. I want to understand why I'm doing it. And that goes for spending my time with a person, any person. And ultimately, when it comes to a man, as in, I nearly said something else, as in a romantic, that's the word I'm looking for, a romantic partner, ultimately comes to that, I'm like, well, no, that's not really something I can be bothered with. Not because I'm like, you're not important, but it's because this is really, really important for me right now. Right now, it's really important for me to really be clear about what my desires are in order that I can manifest them. Because when you don't know what your desires are, when that's hidden from, like, that was, I don't think I'm good enough. So this feeling of, and this anxiety, this hidden anxiety of not feeling that I was good enough, actually drove my behaviours. It actually made me do things and made me say things and made me act in certain ways. And not anything bad. I just mean, like, so I will do X amount of work this month because I need people. Hidden. I need people to look to respect me or to love me or to think I'm great or whatever. As I said, not conscious but subconsciously. So then that drove my behaviour. So then once that goes away, then you're like, well, why am I gonna record a video today? Why am I gonna record? Is it because I want to make money? Not that important. I mean, it should be, because as I said, this is my only income. The only thing that I get money for is Key Wisdom Tarot, nothing else. Of private readings, but I haven't done any for ages and I'm still behind. But yeah, Key Wisdom Tarot is how I make my money, and I live by myself, as you know. So, like, if I don't earn money, then I don't have money. It's that simple. So if I don't make videos, then I don't eat food, and I don't have. But I don't care about that. Like, I don't care. Like, I will not make a video. I won't do it. Like, do you know what? I hope this is recording. Let me just check it is. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, I was going to say that I won't make a video just because I need to make money that month. No. Look, I want 2 private readings. I won't take a booking for private readings just because I need the money. Forget it. So then why am I doing it? And this has been my thing. It's like, why do I want to do any of it? Why do I want to do any of it? And I think that I've been, since I was so ill, and I was like, and I got to like 10 of swords, 10 of wands, you know, death card. Like, I was like on my arse, like beyond, like like this year, man. But anyway, I was on my ass, man. And I think so, since I sort of started to sort of get sort of feeling a little bit better again, feeling stronger and stronger every single day. But I'm like, I'm not going to do something for like just out of habit or because of a hidden anxiety that no longer exists, and I know it doesn't. So then why? Why am I going to do it? And the answer is what I've said. You know, the answer now I understand, because I did talk to myself before I came upstairs. I couldn't help it. It was just like I was understanding. I don't know what this angle's going to be like. So anyway, but whatever. And I know that the answer why I do this is because people need to see and understand and recognize and realize that there are things that you can do for yourself that can help you to improve your situation, your health, your well-being, your emotional health, your mental health. And I can be the person to teach that to you. And I think, well, why? And then I think, well, why am I the person? Like, why should I be the person to teach this to people? And there's no, and again, desire. Why do I desire to teach this? Why do I think that I'm the one? And the truth of that for me is that because I'm conscientious, like, I know how I work and I trust what I do. And what I mean by that is, it doesn't mean I'm discounting or dismissing what anybody else does. I not for 1 second. I'm not for 1 second discounting what anybody else does. I just know that to learn how I learned when I started, I didn't have any books or any people. I just had me, and I closed my eyes and I just was like, right, okay, like, let's see what happens. That's what I did. So I know that I started with literally zero information from anywhere else, and I grew and learned and found so much. And it's just that, like, the truth of that experience, and then obviously all the subsequent experiences, and then all the blah blah blah, everything that's happened because of it and since then. It's the truth of that experience that says, well, it's literally that. Where my head was, like, because that was, as I've said, as I always say, after my nana passed away in 2013. And I started and I did it, and I haven't stopped literally since. So, you know, we're in how many years later now, and I've meditated practically every single day, more than once a day, whatever, for all these years, and it's completely changed my life. Where I was and where I am now is literally night and day. Anyway, so yeah, I was saying something about this will be the last thing I say, because I can hear Tiny in there getting all, don't even know what he's doing. Anyway, so I was going to say about what I want, what I desire also. Now, I mean, I don't know why I share this stuff. I don't know why I decide to turn this camera on and to talk about things that are like that I feel or that I think and that whatever. Like, I don't know why I decide to do it, but I do it, I suppose, because I desire to teach people, to show people that it's just normal. Like, this is what we are. Hopefully, when you see this video or other conscious meditation videos that I record, you'll be like, why is it so hard to tell the truth? And you'll ask that question. Oh, that's a good question. Why is it so hard to tell the truth? That might be for next time. See, now I've written it. This is what I'll do. Hang on. Why? Well, I know why is it so hard to... Definitely going to do that one next week. You know, it'd be interesting to see what you guys think about that in there. I hope not see my house here, because I've just come back from London and everything's like all messed up. So do not look In fact, let me unplug that. It charges in and it's like, there we go. That better. Right, anyway, so now, my darlings, I don't even know if you can see me. Can you see me? Anyway, I hope you can see me. Anyway, so what I was going to say, I've sort of, yeah, why do I come on here and say this stuff and like share all this stuff with you guys? And as I said, it's because I don't know, maybe I do want people to think, what is so bad about being who you are? Like, what is so bad about feeling how you feel? It's weird. You know what? That is a word that I do not use to describe feelings, emotions, thoughts, because it's lazy to say something's weird. Because when you say something's weird, it means you can't be bothered. It's hit a nerve. You see, it means you can't be bothered to explore that feeling any further or that thought any further. So you just say, oh, it's weird. Oh, I feel weird. Don't fecking it's not that anyway. It's not. It doesn't annoy me if other people say it. Let me check it's still recording. Oh, it is. It doesn't annoy me if other people say it. It annoys me when I say it. So when I'm talking to myself and I'm doing conscious meditation, if I say the word, oh, I feel weird, I not chastise myself, but I say, no, what do you mean, Ruth? What do you actually mean? What does weird mean? And then I try to understand it. So what I'm going to say is, so anyway, this is what conscious meditation is like, by the way. This is meditation, okay? Like, and this is what I'm saying to people as well. It's like, life, I'm going off on tangents, but anyway, life is so convenient nowadays where we pick up a phone, we pick up an app, we click on a button, and the app tells us how to feel or helps us to feel better. 100% there is absolutely no shame or anything wrong in any way with those apps or learning about meditation in that way or meditating in that way, because 100% I truly believe that it must help people, and I'm so glad if it gives people that that help and that comfort that they need and that support that they need at that time. For me, if you take that away, when you take that away, what has that person learned how to sustain and manage and cope for themselves? So that's for me, I like to feel like the foundations are important. So I want to know, like, if I'm putting this meditation on, which I have meditation tapes and CDs obviously and have listened to them, I want to understand, why does that work? How does that feel? Why does that blah blah blah? So I like to reflect on it. But anyway, I've gone off. The not weird thing, the thing that I think that challenges me so much is why we cannot tell the truth, or why we find it so hard to tell the truth. And so when I come on this chat, when I come on here and I do this video and I tell you guys what's going on in my life, especially Capricorns, because you get the little extras on because I'm a Capricorn. So if you listen to the Capricorn videos, I talk a little bit more about myself and my situations and what's going on in my life, etc. Why do I do it? I don't know. I do it because, as I said, I want people to, this is just normal. Like, every single person, we're no different. We're completely different, but we're all exactly the same in that we all have fears and we all have anxieties and we're all insecure in certain ways, and we all desire things. I mean, that's why we are here. So I think really understanding our desires is literally the most important thing. Right now, for me, this is the thing that has been in my sort of mind and my consciousness. Like, I need to understand, like, what do I desire? Why do I desire it? Why do I want it? Where does that desire come from? And I really want you to start to engage with that question as well. You know, we're coming to that time of year now. It's the beginning of July. The 2nd of July is when we have, I think it's the 2nd, I'll do the astrology this week actually. The eclipse is coming, so it's kind of like this again this year, of transformation, of gaining new knowledge, of becoming more and more authentic, of really understanding our foundations and recognizing what makes us who we are and why we are the way we are, etc. So but anyway, I'm going to tell you something now. So I'm still going off on the tangent about boyfriends, etc. and about marriage and all that type of thing. But I know what I don't want, in a sense that I don't want someone just for the sake of having someone. That is just not where I am at in my life in any way, shape or form. I do not want a guy just so that I can have a guy, or just so that I can have someone to go. I don't need someone to go to the cinema with me. I've got friends for that, and to be honest, I've got stuff to do. But anyway, so the one thing that I do want, and no, the one thing that I miss, this is what I said to my friends. I said, I do not miss anything about really having a partner or a boyfriend or whatever. I said, but the one thing I do miss is regular sex. And I think that, like, because I'm that person where, that's what I was saying about 20 minutes ago before I went off on a tangent. I'm that type, I'm me, right? And where I am in my life is I do not have casual sex. I just don't do it. And doesn't mean I haven't had casual sex. I mean, I've not really had casual sex, not one night stands or anything like that. But I think that the reason I love sex. It's great. And I say sex is as important as meditation, and I meditate every day, twice a day sometimes. And sex is another thing that it's such a taboo thing, and it's such a thing that women shouldn't talk about, and men, I don't know, it's weird, but I've done it again, weird, not weird. It's just, it's become something that we're told we should not desire, or if we desire it, it's bad. I mean, it's because it's complicated, it's complicated, and feelings, and it's emotion, and it's passion, and it's stuff that people struggle to understand. And so because it's stuff that people struggle to understand, it's kind of like we've been kind of told and taught that it's bad in some way. But anyway, that's what I miss about having I don't really miss having a relationship. I miss regular sex. That's what I miss. And I feel like, it's okay. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think men think that they've got the monopoly on masturbation. Well, men, you do not have the monopoly on masturbation. I mean, I won't tell you what one of the girls said. In fact, you don't know any of the girls. I might tell them to watch this video, but we were talking at the house. So we've been out in London. We've been out. We've been at a hotel in the West End with, it was gorgeous, hot day, the hottest day ever. And anyway, so we went back to my friend's house, Dee's house, and we were all just girls, and we were talking about girls talk about sex. And we were saying how and one of the girls was like, oh god, yeah, like, oh yeah, she said, oh get me, oh yeah, I she's gonna kill it. She masturbates at work twice a day at work, and I'm like, this is what I'm saying, like, I mean, and it's funny because a lot of us, she's not, I won't say that. Anyway, a lot of us work for ourselves, and one of the girls was saying whenever she sees a hashtag on Instagram saying they're all designers, and I shouldn't say what they do, because anyway, I'm not going to say what they do, because yeah, they might be well-known people. In fact, some of them, anyway, so I won't say what they do, but anyway, one of the girls was like saying whenever she sees, because a lot of us work from home, so whenever she sees a hashtag on what is the hashtag? Oh, the hashtag working from home on Instagram, she says she always knows what that means, i.e. they're all working from home, like masturbating, which by the way, if you ever see that hashtag on my Instagram, that is not what it means, okay? But anyway, so basically this is a really, I suppose, a meditation about desire. That's what this meditation is meant to be about. And you're asking me, Ruth, why is this a meditation? Well, a meditation is to actively reflect on what you're emotionally, mentally, spiritually and physically experiencing, okay? So for me, when I reflect on my desires, I'm really reflecting on, again, simply, what do I want and why do I want it? That's basically what desires are in a nutshell. And really, I think you've got to accept what it is you want. You've got to accept it. You've got to acknowledge that that's what you want, and then you've got to start to question it and to investigate it. So what do I desire? Why do I desire it? Where does that desire come from? And it might be that excuse me, it might be that some things you desire, like to get married or to have a baby or whatever it is, I don't know, to have 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, for example, that might be something that you desire. You still have to question, why do I want that? That's like me. It's like, it's funny because I got to a point, so I started my channel just over a year ago now, and I had goals in mind. I'm a Capricorn. I'm going to keep checking the video, so whatever. Yeah, it's still recording. I had goals in mind of what I wanted. I wanted to get to a certain amount of subscribers. I wanted to get to this. And at that time, a year ago, I didn't know to question that. And now, anyway, so I got to a point where I knew the formula. I knew, right, if I do X, Y, Z, I can earn this much money every single month. And I knew that that's what I could do. And then, but where I'm in that process now of thinking about my desires, what do I desire? What motivates me? Then it isn't the money or the how many subscribers I can get or how many. I don't. It's not that I don't care about it. Like, it's not important. It's just not my primary. It isn't something that motivates my actions anymore. It has been in the past. Because in a way that's what would show me that I was successful. So if I could get X amount of subscribers, X amount of money, that would show me I was successful. But obviously I had this underlying anxiety of this. What if I'm not good enough? So I had to, other people's response to what I did had to show me that I was good enough and that I was worthy enough. Now that that doesn't exist anymore, the question then becomes, well, what do I desire? So in a nutshell, what do I desire? Well, I desire to teach people, and I think it should be me because I'm the best at it, in my opinion. And I say that in a very matter-of-fact, frank, honest way. It doesn't mean that I think everyone else is rubbish and everyone else is talking shit. Not for 1 second. I 100% do feel like all tarot readers, blah, 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 we're all created equally. The product is different, but we're all created equally. We're all on our own journey and we all work with our own tribe. The people that need the help and the advice of those individual people. So props, they have their place and I have my place, and mine, we're the same. No matter, even if they've got 200, 400, a million subscribers, we've all got the same sort of role, if you will, in the eyes of the universe. But when it comes to me thinking that I'm the best person to teach about the benefits of meditation, the reason I say me is just because, well, I did it. Like, I literally, I was like where a lot of people are now, where, as I said, I had depression, I had PTSD, I had trauma, it was fucking hard. It was hard. But I literally got to that crossroad thing in my life. Do you know, people talk about these crossroads, man? And it happens. And it happened to me. And what did I do? I led there on my bed and I said, right, universe. I did. My nana had passed away. I went to the doctors that morning. Monday morning, I said, listen, I can't cope with life. I can't cope with life. I mean, I didn't say it like this because I was like, I can't go. You know what I mean? I was like a mess. My nana just died. I was like a mess. I couldn't shut my feelings off. So then every feeling that I'd ever felt and every feeling that I'd ever pushed down all came and erupted at the same time. Because my nana dying hit me so hard that it literally broke down every freaking barrier and every wall that I ever had up. It all just crumbled. And so all at once, literally overnight, the stuff that I'd been shutting down and ignoring for 30 years just decided to just freaking all make itself known. And I was like, I'm out. And then I got home, I laid on my bed, closed my eyes. I was like, right, whatever, this was in my head, not out loud. Whatever I need to feel, whatever I need to remember, whatever I need to face, I am willing to do it, universe, so show it me. Just let me have it. As long as it takes, I'll stay here and I'll listen. That's what I did for like 6 months. I just did that every single day, morning, noon, night. I'd break for tea, I'd break for spliffs. But literally, that's what I did. I literally, because I was off, they signed me off work. I'd wake up in the morning, probably have a spliff, have a cup of tea, have some breakfast, meditate for about 3 hours, go downstairs, have something to eat, come back upstairs, meditate for 3 hours, 4 hours, just do that. I just did that for 6 months. I didn't have a book, I didn't have a guru, I didn't have a class, didn't have nothing. So I do, and at the same time, so I'd have CBT, cognitive behavioural therapist. So I'd go once every week or once every 2 weeks, and I'd speak to my therapist, and she'd say, "What would you do this week, Ruth?" And for an hour, I'd tell her, "Well, this is what I thought about in meditation this week, and then I remembered this, and da-da-da-da-da." And that's all I do. She wouldn't even, I just talked to her about meditation every single week. That's it. For 6 weeks. Then she was like, "Right, brilliant, great, carry on, we meditate." So that's why I think I'm the best person to teach it, 100%. 100%. I mean, and look, just keep checking my video. Yeah, it's still working. And like, that's where I'm at in my life, like, and that's why I think I'm the best person to teach it. And also because I do the work. Like, I don't just say shit for saying it. I don't just say it because I want you to like me, or because I want you to subscribe, or because I don't give a shit. I mean, no, thank you for subscribing and all that stuff if you do that, and thank you for following me and blah blah blah. Yeah, it's great, but no, like, I ain't gonna like fucking sell my soul for that. I don't care like about that. Like, it's too important to like to feel, and it's too important to understand, and it's too important to like to uncover stuff and like work things out and learn shit. Like, it's too important to me that to like to just put myself in a fucking box. And that's what I was doing before. Like, when my nana passed in 2013, I'd been in a relationship for whatever, 5 years, whatever. I was in that relationship for 6 years. It's like, I was doing this job, like, I was teaching, I was English teacher, whatever. And like, I was like in this fucking box. And then when my nana passed away, it was like everything just came spilling out. And I had to kind of repackage it. I had to like repackage everything. And some shit just couldn't fit back in. And that stuff about like pretending that I wanted this life of, right. And I thought, it's not like I didn't know that I didn't want that. I really truly believed that I was with the person, that I was going to get married to this person. I believed that I wanted to get married to this person. I believed that I wanted his children. I believed that I wanted this life. And I believed it. But obviously, if everything's underpinned by a hidden anxiety that I didn't recognise, then it's like what you get is experiences that just fucking show you that just make you bang into that question every time. What if I'm not good enough? What if I'm not good enough? What if I'm not good enough? So now that's not there. And it's like, so honestly, I can't not tell you how fucking liberating it is that that's not there in my head anymore. This is the thing about meditation. It's like, it's so funny because I was like saying to myself the other day, I was like, oh my God, I feel so much lighter, because physically, I know this is a thing as well, like physically, because I'm a Reiki master as well and a tarot reader, like the energy of that anxiety, I know what it feels like physically to carry that. I know what it feels like now. So I know when I'm doing a tarot reading, for example, or when I'm doing a cold reading on somebody, just a radio hall reading, that's basically a reading without any cards, an intuitive reading where I just look at you and I look at your aura and I read you. Because I fully recognise and understand the weight and the feeling and where I carry it and where I carried that anxiety and how it felt, now it's gone. If I meet somebody and they're carrying that same anxiety, or if I do a tarot reading and a card comes up and I have that same feeling, I will know and understand you've got a hidden anxiety. And that's why that's why the way I work, I love it. And that's why because it's all about understanding. You can't find it in a book. I 100% guarantee you that in a book, it cannot describe the physical feeling of carrying a hidden anxiety. And I can't explain to you what it feels like. But just know that when I give you the advice, when it comes to tarot, or if you meet me, like, always happens, I meet people and they know what I do, so I might give them a call reading or something, and I'm drawn to saying something, and I tell them, this is what I know just by looking at you. Know that I'm not just like plucking it out of the air. I'm saying that I know that and understand that because I experienced something. I understand what it felt like physically to experience it. I understand what it did to my words, to my voice, the type of words and language that I use. I understand what it did to my mind, etc. So I can recognise it in another person. And that's all it is. In a nutshell, that's what it is to be intuitive. That's it. And it seems like such a mysterious thing. And it is it's esoteric, because we talk about esoteric because that just basically means, obviously, as you know, something that's hard to understand. But we just a second. Yeah, it's still working. We talk about being if it runs out, I'll just be talking. No, we talk about it being esoteric because, yeah, it is hard to understand. So instead of trying to understand it or to explain it in a way, there's ways that we try to explain it and to use it, like the Book of Thoth, like the Tarot, like the Tibetan Book of the Dead, like Buddhist scripture, like the Bible, like the Tree of Life. There are all ways that that those groups, those people, even Masonry, there are ways that they try to explain the human existence, the human experience, human desire, karma, how that all works. There are all ways that we try to explain them, but it's hard to understand it. But it doesn't mean that I shouldn't try to explain it in my way to you so that you can hopefully understand it. And if not, you can just watch these videos and I don't know. You get to find out so much stuff about people. And I think that I don't know. Maybe nowadays there's more people talking about stuff. I don't know. Maybe there are, But I think that, like, ultimately, I guarantee you that you're normal. Whatever it is you're going through, however shit you feel, however awful things have been, I guarantee you that the things that you're thinking are normal, are a normal reaction to what you're experiencing. And it's just about understanding what that reaction is that you're having, how that reaction is affecting you, where that reaction comes from, blah, 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 blah. And that's why conscious meditation, like I'm doing right now with you, is so important. So I think really how I'm going to just end this video is by saying that to you again, by asking that question and encouraging you to think about this. Like, what do I desire? Where does that desire come from? What do I want? Why do I want it? That's what you've got to keep asking yourself. So, like, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to a job, when it comes to success, even when it comes to success, because if you're saying, well, I desire success, I desire financial success, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with anything that you want. There's nothing wrong with any of it. It's all good. You can want whatever it is you want. Obviously, we're talking legally in the law, yeah? You can want whatever it is you want, yeah? But you also have to understand that if you do not engage with this question, what do I desire, and you don't answer as honestly as you can in that moment, in that time, what is going to keep happening is this. We're going to come up against hidden anxieties, which is the purpose and point. We've got to find these hidden anxieties out. So it's important to examine what our desires are, what we want, and why we want them. And I would say to you, I would definitely encourage you to do that, to ask yourself, okay, what do I want? Why do I want it? And be honest with yourself, and just realize and recognize that, look at some of the stuff I've talked about in this video tonight. Like, I don't care, like, it's the truth. So the truth is the truth is the truth. And I love how people try to rationalize the truth. Yeah, but you can't think that. Yeah, but you can't. That's the truth as I understand it right now. I've got an itchy eye. That's the truth as I understand it right now. So then what else can I say? Like, what else can I do? If that's the truth as I see it and understand it, you would prefer me to lie to make you feel comfortable. Is that what you're saying? So, oh my God, my eyes itching so badly. So anyway, so think about that. Okay, my darlings, it is definitely time for me to sign off. I'm going to go to my beds now. My beds, I've only got one. I'm going to go to my bed now with my lovely Tiny. In fact, let me see if Tiny will come. Tiny, come on. Let me see if he'll come. Is it still recording? Tiny. No, he's not coming. He's not coming. Oh, he's here. You're coming on telly? Good boy. Here he is. Here he is. What have you been doing? What have you been doing, doggy? What have you been doing? What have you been doing, silly doggy? Anyway, this is Silly Tiny. So he's been looked after by my next door neighbour, Paul, while I was in London for the second weekend this month. And Paul's away next weekend, so I'm going to look after his cat, Bella. Aren't we? You ready for bedtime now, doggy? Because he gets his bedtime treat, his dentist stick, you know, for his teeth. That's his bedtime treat. Got to brush your teeth before bed, ain't you, Tiny? Can you even see him? I hope you can see him. Right. Tiny, we are signing off, aren't we? Thank you so much for being here. As always, my lovelies, I hope you like this video. Check out your intuitive readings that are available. It's a great pick of cards. I'll link it at the end of this video. Check out the Key Wisdom playlist for more stuff, similar stuff on this in this vein. And let me know, you know, what do you desire? Why do you desire it? Have you ever thought about it? And is this the type of question you think that could benefit you, asking that, investigating that in your life as you sort of are trying to make decisions, etc. Okay, my darlings, have a wonderful week, and I will see you all soon with a brand new reading or meditation or whatever I desire. Okay, my darlings, take care. Bye.